Right, hello and welcome. We've got another review slash walk around video. Today we're going with a Citreon Relay. This is a 56 plate, but I believe it's a 2006 in the year. It's got arguably one of the best engines you can find in a van, which is the 2.8 Iveco engine. This vehicle, although coming out of the factory, is rated as a 3.5 ton vehicle. Since it's been used as a bus for a northern council, it's been uprated to 3,850 kilos, which means that you'll need to make sure you've got the right license before coming to view this bus. Obviously, if you don't have that license, it's a pretty quick procedure to get it down rated to 3.5 ton again. Once again, it's literally just a paperwork exercise. Having a look around it, it's generally very clean. One thing about these Citreon Relays, it's the same for Peugeot Boxers, because they are the same vehicle, essentially the different badge, is you need to be looking out for corrosion. I mean, on the soles themselves, I shouldn't be too concerned about them, but you should definitely be looking for it because it's quite an easy fix. That's what I was going to say. But most importantly, I don't know whether the camera's going to be picking this up. As you can see here, it's had welding already done. And coming from a home like the council, you know it will have been done to a good standard. Now, if I remember correctly, on the MOT history, it was tested in September, and there was no advisories. And usually, I'm saying usually, the people that test these vehicles are going to be quite strict, seeing as it's going to be carrying children, etc. Hoping the camera's picking things up here, but ultimately, anything underneath that's needed doing has been attended to. There's the rear wheel arch. As you can see, let's see if the camera's picking this up. As you can see, it's blue. Now, as we go around this vehicle, you'll notice that the inner sides of the van are in fact blue, because it looks like it was originally blue and then painted green to match up with the council's colours, or the school that was attached to the council. Right, hopefully that's giving you a good view of that. There you go. On the inside of this door here, it is blue. So, step when you get in, usually a spot where things do go, but it looks like it's been sorted out at some point in this time. That's a good thing. Twin passenger seat right here. Little drink box that comes down. Armrest there for a bit of comfort. This one's running the 5-speed manual transmission. In fact, they only come in a 5-speed, these do. Going around here. Goldy bonnet and roof. Interesting. So, around here. It's flaking off a bit here. Like the paint's flaked off, but it's solid. Definitely just wants touching up though. Seats looking good. Looks like they've put a plate on here because that's usually where things wear out. Worn out here as well. I have just been in a 40-mile drive in this vehicle just to test it out. It drives very well. If I know how to take it from my phone and add it to the video, I will do. Right, I did talk about in the video there was a few faults. Right, start her up. Start her up. As you can see, the rev meter, this one here, is sat at 6,000 revs. So that needs adjusting because I've got no idea why that's like it is. So for example, if you're going along at 70 in top gear, the revometer is going to be sort of sat down at 6 o'clock. So that does need sorting. Another thing, the handbrake light here, take it off and it's not going off. Now I did initially think it was something to do with the brake pad wear sensor, but during the video the brake pad wear sensor did illuminate here, which is indicating that it does need some brake pads. I'll just knock that off. Right. So it is for how many passengers here then? You've got 2 here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 passengers, as it is at the minute. That's if you wanted to use it as a bus, but I imagine a lot of people watching this video will be considering turning it into a camper van. Here's the back doors. So you open this one here, like that. Right, here's the standing test. So, I'm 6'4". I don't know whether this is going to show you. I'm 6'4", I'm standing up, slightly bent over. So if I'm standing up straight, I'm having to kneel down a little bit. So if you're sort of above 6'1", you're going to struggle to stand up at the back of this thing. But as I was saying to a customer the other day, you know, how often do you actually stand up in the camper van whilst you're using it? Very rarely. But I'm just showing you that. But I'm going to pull this back in. Annoying that is. So overhead cover storage. Pretty generous. Just testing for any damp here, and there doesn't seem to be any damp at all, which is good. Skylight. Usually the seals go on here, but we've experienced quite a bit of rain recently. There's no rain in here at all. Going back to the camper van thing, you could probably use a lot of the chairs that are in here in your future project, but at the same time put the other ones on eBay or something like that. This here is quite good. You've got unwind tracking, so if you had a rock and roll bed or something, or indeed the chairs that here, you can take them out and put them in easily enough. Right, let's do another test here. I'll lie down like this, sideways on. Right. Yeah, my head's sticking out. I won't be able to sleep across this way, but once again, if you're under 6'1", you're going to be okay sleeping sideways on. Right, the roof lining here, I thought it was drooping a bit. Here we go. Maybe I'll be able to get some access in here. Right, as you can see, there's no insulation at all in the roof, which I didn't expect there to be any. In here, I imagine there'll be a bit of insulation in here, if I can get in. I'm really going to struggle to get in there, but I'm just going to say straight up that there's no insulation in that. So you would literally be ripping everything out, taking benefit of the windows that are in here, taking benefit of the skylight, and taking benefit of the wipe clean floor that's been laid very professionally. Close things off here. Electric windows, electric mirrors. I think the ignition probably has to be on. Yeah. Yeah, they're working good. One thing that I always test out on all vans is, do the heaters work on all settings? So number 1, here's a bit there. Number 2, number 3, and max. Brilliant. So it's done 97,966, which arguably is pretty good amount of miles. I mean, these 2.8 Iveco engines are supposedly supposed to be one of the best engines you can get, so I'd definitely say there's a hell of a lot more miles to be used up on this van. So a quick gander into the bonnet. Start it up for this bit, make sure it's out of gear. Shit. Yep. I'll just do that again to show you. Don't know what went wrong then. There we go. There's the weight plate I was on about. Right, it's my third or fourth ever vehicle walk around of all time. They will be improving as time goes by. I think I've shown you everything that I can on this Citroen. If you have any questions, drop me an email or give me a call.